Hello, I am not Joe,
And I am not Corinne.
and welcome to the 4th episode of the 7th C.
Welcome back to our 4th installment of the 7C. Yeah, we know it's been a while. Christmas happened, then COVID got worse for a little bit, and then we just didn't feel like getting out of bed. And then one thing led to another, and now I'm taking French.
Wait, hold on. When did you start taking French?
Sometime between New Year's and my birthday.
Hold on. Now you're just throwing random stuff at me. When did you have a birthday?
Like 2 months ago. Corinne, where have you been?
Honestly, the void.
Happens to the best of us, yeah.
Yeah.
You good there? You're like in this meditative state.
It just feels like we haven't been in the studio for ages.
It's crazy how time flies. And speaking of time flying, the Chawanakee Unified School District has a new interim superintendent.
Was that you trying to move on to the general news segment?
Yeah, did it work?
No.
Oh. Better luck next time for me. But anyway, Corinne is right. We are, in fact, moving into the general news segment. Is it Stephen or Stefan?
I'd say Steven.
There's a Barbie movie. I think it's Barbie Rapunzel. They say Stefan. So, for the rest of my life, I can't look at that name and not think Stefan.
I knew a kid named Stefan once, but it was spelled with an F and not the PH.
I like the PH better. But anyways, we are getting off topic. Dr. Stephen Foster is the school district's new interim superintendent, and interestingly enough, he was actually the former superintendent for the district several years ago. He's filling in for now while the district's contracted search firm looks for candidates to fill the position permanently. This search firm's job is to survey the community to see what they want in a new superintendent and draw up a list of necessary attributes and skills that act as requirements for the candidates to meet.
In other news, the Minarets administration recently held a feedback forum for select students and teacher representatives to attend. Throughout the course of the forum, students and staff were given a chance to speak on what they felt was working with distance learning and what they felt could be improved, as well as toss around some ideas to help promote more virtual engagement.
Yeah, I actually got to go to that forum because I'm special. No. How
was it?
It was pretty good. My main problem with it is that I had to make myself look presentable because I had to have my camera on, and I haven't done that in a few months, which is crazy. I know. And I was just kind of I have to brush my hair today. I have to wear a non-wrinkled shirt. It's just stuff like that.
You want to know what else is crazy?
What?
Anime. Or more specifically, how it's ruining my life.
Was that your attempt to move into the Nielsen Nitpicks segment?
Yes. Did it work?
Well, it was better than my attempt, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what I thought. What can I say? I learned from your mistakes.
Words can hurt, Corinne. I hope you know that.
Good.
Okay.
All right. So, for my nitpick today, I've gotten fairly big on TikTok, and I've mentioned this before because...
Say it.
I'll admit it. I'm a cosplayer. Thank you.
How many followers do you have?
10,000.
Could you imagine 10,000 people in a room wanting to see what you do?
Right? That's so weird.
That's
I just
dope.
imagine 10,000 people squished into my bedroom as I stand in the corner of my room staring into a ring light, lip-syncing music.
With the whole cosplay outfit on.
Yeah. Not
That's
even
great.
the whole outfit. If it's not an outfit where you can't see the pants, I'm wearing sweatpants. I will get dressed up from the waist up for TikToks.
That's fair. I do that for school occasionally.
Both of you to assume I get dressed for school. They see me in my full pajamas.
That's fair.
But that's a different story. Because of this, I made a Discord server because I'm like, wow, 10,000. I've got a lot of people to disappoint.
A good outlook on life.
And so I want to interact with these 10,000 people. So I created a Discord server. That way I could talk with them back and forth. And it's really fun. But because of this, I have made a few fairly close friends over the span of the last couple months. I am specifically talking about Lauren, Saturn, and Jamie, who all gave me permission to use their names on the podcast.
Saturn, that's really pretty. Hey, Saturn, if you're watching this, I love your name. Beautiful. Continue.
All right. Well, I'm on call with these three for more than 18 hours a day, every day. I go to bed at 8 p.m. just so Jamie can wake me up at 1 a.m. That way we can be on call longer because Jamie's 8 hours ahead of us because, she's in England. So that's fun. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Which means when it's 1 a.m. here, it's 9 a.m. over there.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
So that gives us more time to call and, whatever. Well, all this because we bonded over simping for the same fictional man who, for legal reasons, I am not going to tell you who that is because y'all will be concerned.
Simping for fictional men, though, that's something I can relate to. Yeah.
Yeah, but most of the time they're not arsonists. Anyways.
Okay.
So, even further, the weird things we do on call is just great. And the thing I'm specifically nitpicking is completely my fault. I'll admit this.
Good.
But they have the ability to get me to do anything. And I'm the one who discovered this. For those of you who know things about Discord, you might be familiar with the bot Tupperbox. So Tupperbox basically gives you the ability to send messages as anyone you want to be. I could be anybody from the Queen of England to Mondo Awada.
I'm going to pretend I know who that is.
I'll show you a picture of him after. It's fine.
Okay.
Well, my friend Lauren had to go to bed early one night because she had to wake up early in the morning, but she refused to leave the call. So, naturally, what I did was I made the Mondo Awada bot. Which is her favorite character, by the way. And I simply tagged her and then went, "Go to bed, princess," as Mondo. And let me tell you, I have never seen somebody leave a Discord call faster to go to bed. She literally went, "Mondo told me to go to sleep," and then ended the call. It was the funniest thing. Like, we were all laughing about it for another 10 minutes after that. But because of this, they have all made bots like this.
Oh, no.
And now they can get me to do anything, which is usually just stupid little things like, "Oh, go get a glass of water, Corinne." But now I have to drag myself out of bed and go get a glass of water because Hajime Hinata told me to.
The audacity that they would ask you to take care of yourself.
They would ask me to take care of myself. Wow. How dare they?
So, hold on. Let me clarify this. The thing you're nitpicking, the thing you are upset with, is the fact that fictional characters are asking you to complete tasks that are taking care of you, i.e., getting water, going to bed, brushing your teeth. That's what you have a problem with.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Why are you the way that you are?
But I guess that's just how Corinne sees it. But, in all seriousness, Lauren, Saturn, Jamie, if you guys are watching this, I love you guys platonically, and this one's specifically for you, Lauren. Sushi.
You know what, Lauren? I love you too. Just because that was weird, and I am uncomfortable. I'm kidding. Not about loving you, sorry. Okay, well, anyways, for today's entry from the Ziegler Dictionary of Random Words, I actually learned this word scrolling through Instagram, which, granted, is not a great way to start a story, but just stay with me. I've kind of ended up on, the writer's side of Instagram, which is not a surprise. So I see, a lot of, Tumblr posts about, obscure words, just to, broaden your vocabulary. And this word... Well, first of all, it gave me strong Corinne vibes. There we go. Sound it out. And it sounds a little bad at first. Don't worry. The meaning is great. Okay. Today's word is defenestration.
Yeah, definitely me vibes.
You don't even know what it means yet.
I don't know what it means
Okay,
yet.
Now as a noun, it means the act of throwing someone or something out of a window.
So if I say I want it to be defenestrated.
Oh, So naturally, the verb defenestrate would mean the action itself. It's just, there's a specific word for chucking someone out of specifically a window. But out of all the words it could have been, it's defenestrate. It's like, because literally you could say casually, I feel like defenestrating myself. And somehow we're supposed to take that seriously. Like, you can't tell me that doesn't have weird vibes. Like,
hey, Joe, can I defenestrate you?
Please. Or like, I could be like, Corinne, go defenestrate yourself. Like, bleh. But it's good too. I really like it.
And remember, kids, always defenestrate with consent.
Hopping.
And that's just how Corinne sees it.
Hopping back into general news, we actually have 2 music-themed articles for you today.
All right, the first article, written by Caden Shows and Trevor Jobinger, offers an in-depth look at Bob Siebenberg, which is one of the assistant baseball coaches here at Minarets. Siebenberg, as it turns out, was actually part of a popular band in the 70s called Supertramp. After several years of recording and touring, he decided to settle down, start a family, and all these years later, he's now with the Minarets baseball program.
The second music-related article, written by Jolene Anderson, also profiles another band, one started right here at Minarets. Brothers Evan and Austin Bethel, along with JC Coons, who graduated from Minarets last year, call themselves the Sunroom Band and have been playing gigs for just over a year now. The article goes more into detail about their journey in songwriting, securing gigs, and adjusting their performances to be virtual friendly throughout the pandemic. How cool is it, just to have a student band that's up and coming, as well as like a baseball coach who was actually like low-key famous in the 70s? Like, what are the odds of that? That's
honestly
dope.
It's pretty crazy.
Well, speaking of crazy, I think we both know what time it is now. Corinne's Conspiracy Corner. It's been too long. I missed that.
God, it's been so long.
One more
Can we do
time.
it one more time?
Yeah, for the people in the back. Oh, it's good to
All
be
right,
home.
so I actually do have a pretty crazy one for you guys today. And it's crazy because it takes place right in our backyards. Today we will be discussing the Fresno Nightcrawler. That's right, a local urban legend.
Wait. Kelpie?
We're discussing Kelpie! For those of you who don't know,
That was really low.
Joe and I used to be a little obsessed with the Nightcrawler.
Just a little bit. Definitely did not have it as our phone wallpaper. I don't know what you're talking about.
I still have that phone. I should have brought it in today.
Kelpie, baby.
Anyways, yeah, we named him Kelpie. Well, the Fresno Nightcrawler was first sighted in 2010 by an ex-Marine on a security camera. Basically, what he saw on his backyard security cameras was 2 completely faceless, armless,
6-foot-tall
insectoid creatures walking in his backyard, similar to that of a daddy longlegs, he described it. Mm-hmm.
Wait. No face and no arms?
No face and no arms.
How are they walking?
They literally look like an upside-down Y.
So, like, 2 legs, but they're, like, doing the daddy long legs thing?
Yeah. I'm sorry you guys had to witness that.
I'm not.
Did you just wink at our audience?
No, I didn't. Anyways, so the Nightcrawler, Kelpie, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, anyways, as I was saying, so basically he saw these 2 things stalking across his backyard, moving slow in that daddy long legs fashion. Now, the crazy thing is there have been multiple sightings ever since, stretching all the way up to Yosemite National Park.
See, now if you're going to go to a national park, you don't got to just go for, like, the rock formations. Yeah, that's fine. But creepy aliens, now that's what we're here for.
If I'm going to a national park, I'm going to the national park for an extraterrestrial insectoid.
There you go.
I'm just saying.
That's what we're paying for. That's America's tax dollars at work. There you go.
Exactly. So there have been several other sightings since, all describing the same thing. A 6-foot tall extraterrestrial insectoid that moves similarly to a daddy long-legged spider with no face or arms.
How do they eat?
You know, I like to imagine that they have mouths on the bottom of their feet, and that's why they move weird, because they're just sucking up the grass as they move.
You know, like, in every, like, elementary school, you know, there's, like, that big, like, stretch of grass, but there's, like, random, like, dead patches where it's, like, mud or whatever. Mm-hmm. Do you think that's just where night crawlers have, like, slurped the grass with their feet?
You know, I think we've done it. We've debunked the night crawlers.
There you go.
That's exactly what it is.
Big brain. Come at me, Mythbusters. Let's see what you got.
The last reported sighting of these night crawlers was in 2017. I believe October or November, one of the two. It was like late October, early November-ish.
Yeah.
But despite it being 4 years since, they still haven't been debunked, and nobody knows what these night crawlers are or what their purpose here is.
That's not unnerving. Right in our backyards, too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, I think it is now time for Overthinking Thought by Joe. Today's overthinking thought is burning candles. And I'm not talking about seances or ritual sacrifices.
Aw, so you're telling me we can't go sacrifice something later after we defenestrate it?
See, up until then, I had the straight face, and then you just had to go and say defenestrate. No, I'll just talk about normal candle burning, like for studying or just for like decoration, like the Pinterest aesthetic. So I have a small collection of candles that I love dearly. I mean, it's like the Forest scents from like Bath and Body Works.
Ooh. All right, I have to ask you, what's your favorite scent?
It's a toss up between like this mahogany one. It smells like a forest cologne scent, and then frosted forest, which is like kind of a sweet pine scent. I really like the earthy like cologne scents. They're just really comforting to me, I guess. The really sweet ones kind of like set my allergies off because I'm that lame, but whatever. So I like to burn these candles when I'm like, you know, doing homework or playing D&D or whatever. But I feel so like guilty about burning them because eventually if you burn them long enough, they're going to run out and you have to go and buy more. And, candles aren't exactly cheap, especially from like Bath and Body Works. So there's just like this intense amount of guilt every time I burn the candles. And I always have to, you know, debate and decide. It's like, is it really worth it to burn it today? Do you need to have your candle burning today? And it's like, I don't know. And I kind of feel like, I feel that way about a lot of things, you know, nice things you buy, but they're still kind of like expendable, you know, at some point you have to rebuy them. I don't like doing that. I feel bad rebuying something, you know, spending money seems like a crime in my mind. I don't know why. But my mom pointed out, you know, like what are you saving it for? Like, why not use it now? You know, just enjoy it while you have it, which is completely logical and a great point. But when have I ever, you know, taken that to heart? Because in my mind, it's like, well, what if in like 40 years I win the Nobel Peace Prize? What candle am I supposed to burn then, Jane? Riddle me this, Jane.
Now, Joe, I'm going to need you to hear me out here. We have to take a breath to calm down.
I don't want to calm down.
If you win the Nobel Peace Prize, you're going to have a lot of money, which means you could buy a whole Bath and Body Works if you wanted.
I guess I gotta go win the Nobel Peace Prize.
All of the candles that you wanted.
Corinne, I know what we're gonna do today. There's 104 days of self-isolation.
There's 104 days of self-isolation.
And there's no vaccine in sight just to end it. The annual problem. Okay. Yeah. That's where we're at. Me terrified to spend money on candles. This might be a consequence of growing up in a frugal family, which is honestly a good trait, you know, to be smart with your money. But now I overthink setting a candle on fire.
You know, fair.
Yeah. Anyways,
well,
moving on.
I guess with that, we can transition into our last segment of the day, which is senior suggestions.
Ooh.
We don't have any special sound effect for that one, but
Here, I got you. I like how senior suggestions is really ominous.
As it should be. You should fear us. We're God.
Corinne, we've gone over this. You can't say that.
Oh, God, I can't say...
No. We are not gods. We are not deities from an extraterrestrial plane coming here to deserve... No.
We're not working in hand with the Illuminati, and there's not some creepy man standing behind the camera prompting us at what to say.
No. We are completely
normal. Completely speaking of our own will here.
Normal human females.
Normal
female, yeah.
Yes, teenagers.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Totally normal. We're not plotting world domination.
No. Okay.
Anyways, back to what we were saying.
Senior suggestions.
Woo! So
how about that?
For today's senior suggestion, we'll be talking about extracurricular activities.
Don't do them. It's a trap.
Hush.
No, I'm just kidding.
Hush now, child.
Human child right here.
Human
for
children.
Anyone asking.
Human children, yeah.
Flesh and blood.
Yeah, meat bags. Wait.
Anyways,
that's what we are. Anyway, when I was a freshman,
yes,
I was scared to do extracurriculars. I won't lie to you; they kind of freaked me out. I didn't want to do them. I didn't want to get involved. But in the few that I have actually joined, I had a lot of fun with them. And I think that you guys shouldn't be scared to put yourselves out there and join that club or join that sports team, because honestly, you could end up having a lot of fun with it. Like, for example, you and I worked on the Mustang Minute together and theater, and those were just both so much fun.
That's how we became friends, honestly. You know, we just met through these different mediums and found stuff we had in common, and we just went from there.
And now we're we're not working hand in hand with the Illuminati.
No. High school students.
We're just normal high school students that are definitely not being prompted to say this.
You're going to have to watch that training video again that we've gone over this.
I know. I'm sorry.
Anyways, and the other kind of flip side when it comes to extracurriculars, it's very important that you put yourself out there and do things that you genuinely like. But it's also completely valid to recognize, when perhaps you're spreading yourself too thin, I was one of those people, and I still am. I'm involved in, like, every other club, And around sophomore to junior year, it was starting to become too much. And I was really struggling with, how do I evaluate and prioritize my time so that I'm getting things done, but I'm enjoying myself, And so I ended up pulling back in some of my clubs, or, like, I just decreased my involvement. And it was kind of hard, because, when you make friends in a club and then you announce, maybe you're going to take some time away from it, they're going to be upset. But at the end of the day, just take care of yourself first and make sure, you're not doing the club just because, you feel you have to, or you're doing it to get it on your resume, or whatever the reason is. Don't do it for those reasons. Do it if it genuinely just makes you happy, and it's like, you think of that club and you have a sigh of relief, like, I have drama today. Thank God. It's been a long day. Choose what you want to do. And if it means only doing one club, or maybe it means doing 50, whatever works for you, that doesn't take away from your mental health. Don't stretch yourself too thin for other people. Take care of yourself. Someone had to say it, okay? Someone had to say it. Thank you. But I think that pretty much wraps up our fourth episode of the 7th C.
As always, our previous episodes are available on Spotify and YouTube, and you should be sure to follow the 7th C on Instagram to get updates and interact with our polls and see some fun behind-the-scenes comments. Content.
I mean, comments
Comments
too.
Works too.
Yeah. With that, I am still not Corinne.
And I am still not Joe.
And the 7th C is not crazy. But perhaps we are.
Woo!